Welcome back to Dynamite. Maximum Carnage, the in-ring return of Kenny Omega and All Elite Wrestling, thus far being spoiled by Brian Cage and the Don Callis family, almost in equal measure.
What a special night for Brian Cage.
This feels like one of the biggest matches, the most important match.
As now Cage the cover, the inside leg is hooked, but Omega breaks free.
That we've had in a long time, maybe forever here in AEW. Can Kenny Omega mount a comeback?
No.
Can he be successful
No, he
after
can't.
being out of all of 2024?
You cannot go in against a guy with Cage's size and power coming off a near life-and-death diverticulitis situation. Cage is going to rip those intestines right out of his body if he gets a chance.
I would say most people would agree, but no, most people are not Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Omega, an athlete quite like any other. Taz, for all the praises of Brian Cage that we've been singing Omega, I mean, his track record speaks for itself, not only what he did in Japan, but what he's done here in AEW, aside from being a founding father of this company.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. And you see the fight in Omega. He is just trying to stop this onslaught of Brian Cage.
Omega
just keeps fighting, guys.
definitely using that knee, catching Cage on the jaw, and now Omega, the hammer throw on the ramp, reversed. Omega, looking for that Hurricane Rana once again, but Cage.
God, this is bad here for Kenny.
Powerbomb back into the ring. Omega lands hard. Callis celebrates, and Brian Cage continues the assault.
Well, that's the power that we're talking about. That's the strength, and here's the cover.
The cover, the lateral press, 2. Omega, the narrow escape.
Excalibur, no one knows Kenny Omega better than I do. And I've seen him in like this situation a couple of times, and I'm telling you he's going to lose this match.
And we see another look at the powerbomb over the ropes.
You saw how Kenny's head whiplashed. Here's another angle up right there. Boom, it's tough to see his head there, but yeah, his head definitely whiplashed on the mat.
And Don, to your point, you've seen Omega when the chips are stacked against him, or the deck is stacked against him, but Omega at that time had not suffered through diverticulitis. Is he a different athlete than the Kenny Omega you knew?
He's a more dangerous athlete because for once in his life, he's mentally focused. Unfortunately, that focus is on destroying me and this family.
And Cage continues to attack the midsection of
pump
Omega.
handle.
Driving him down, Omega, you can see, holding that stomach tightly covered. 2 and...
Guys, that was a tough landing for Kenny Omega on that one as well, on that pump handle. As Don Callis drops the headset to do some coaching. Kenny Omega's got to reach down deep. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you, he is one of the greats of all time. This is so important in his career.
There's no question. I'll be honest, I never thought he'd come back from the diverticulitis. I thought that was it. He came back stronger and more lethal than I've ever seen him. But this family is ready for a fight, as you're seeing tonight.
Omega struggling through this match.
Nice.
That diverticulitis, multiple feet of his intestine removed in the surgery.
This is a big mistake. You don't come back off an injury like that, get in the ring with the machine Brian Cage. I think we're going to be talking about this week as a huge mistake on Omega's part.
This is a mistake, in my opinion, by Brian Cage. Unlike him to go to the top rope too often.
Omega. To that.
God.
The power bomb brings Cage in the hard way, and now Omega. The knee. It was off target, but it still landed too, and Cage able to kick out. I think the only saving grace for Cage, Taz, was the fact that that knee was slightly off target.
That top rope was unbelievable. Go ahead, Taz.
It was. I mean, and you see right here this power bomb and how hard the head whipped through. But watch here. Watch the knee strike. Yeah, it caught him more in the cheek. That's to your point, not on a button, but man, it's impactful, the speed that Kenny builds up.
Crowd has come alive here for Kenny Omega. This could be the V-trigger.
Omega.
He's got to move. He's
With
got to
Cage
move.
in his sights, V-trigger. No, Cage sidesteps.
Oh, brother.
German suplex. Omega had to fight his way over the top. I boot into the jaw. Now Omega likes that Snapdragon suplex.
Nice
Cage knows
drag.
that extremely well. Discus lariat ducked. Omega looking to return fire. Bang! In comes Omega with the knee.
Get out, get out, get out.
Oh, man, Cage is in trouble.
Bang! Again! V-trigger from Omega. He's got Cage reeling.
I think he wants that full Nelson again. No, maybe not. I thought he was going for that dragon. The dragon suplex.
Oh, no,
What's
not
this?
a chance. Not a chance.
Omega could be thinking one-winged angel.
Too big, too strong.
He got
Too
him
big.
up.
Come on, Brian.
That's impressive.
He's got him up. He's got him up. Wing it. Angel center of the ring. 3, that is it. Omega wins.
There is your winner, Kenny Omega.
Oh, welcome back, Kenny Omega.
What a gut check, if I can use that term with Kenny, a gut check to get the win here on Dynamite Maximum Carnage.
Oh, wait a second. Archer and now Kyle Fletcher of the Don Callis family.
This is all of Don Callis' people, hence the word family, and they are going to put a beat down like crazy on Omega.
Yeah, the protostar showing him who the new boss is on the block. I love this.
And you see Fletcher targeting that midsection of Omega with the boots, and now that big right hand into that surgically repaired gut of Kenny Omega.
Some of the fans here chanting, Ospreay, Ospreay. My God, he's entering the call.
There he is, Will.
What is this?
Ospreay, unlikely allies with Kenny Omega. We saw 1 week ago the stalemate as Ospreay sends Fletcher to the floor, but behind him,
There you go, drive it.
Archer with the grip on Ospreay's throat. Ospreay, his agility landing on his feet. The Enziguri has Archer staggered, and Omega connects with the knee.
Oh, man, what a
Combined efforts from Ospreay and Omega to even the odds against the Don Callis family.
Don, where are your men? I don't see him anywhere.
Shut up, Shivani.
Omega and Ospreay, 2 men that have been wronged by Don Callis. Finding common causes now. Ospreay throwing his body at Kyle Fletcher on the floor.
What is Ospreay?
Wait a minute. Don Callis, how many guys do you have, bro? Damn.
You can't forget about the AEW International Champion, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, a man who in 2023 pinned Kenny Omega twice in the span of a week, and now going at it, hammer and tongs.
2 men with a lot of history, Excalibur. They know each other quite well. Watch out from behind.
Gotta get out.
But Fletcher, that snap half and half, and now Takeshita the lariat.
Back.
But Ospreay, the former international champion, trying to even the odds once again, fighting valiantly, but Fletcher the shortcut, the thumbs in the eyes.
Well, that worked, and then Takeshita just dropping Will Ospreay. Too many numbers, just too many men.
You are right, Taz. The numbers are just basically 5-on-1 here.
And
They're
now
not done. They're not done here, dude.
Takeshita and Fletcher. Raging fire, the brain buster. Omega and Ospreay laid out here tonight, Taz, by the Don Callis family.
Hey, like it or not, an extremely impressive outing by Don Callis family for sure. 2 massive fan favorites laid out right here. The returning legend Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay both dropped.
A Pyrrhic victory for Kenny Omega and his Dynamite return tonight. Well, the Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita specifically, Tony, leaving with smiles on their faces.
And well, they should, after what we are seeing after they have outnumbered Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
You want to talk about Maximum Carnage? That's what Don Callis family just laid out here, Maximum Carnage.
But it's great to see Kenny Omega win again, his 19th win on Dynamite in his career, but his first one since 2023.
And Kenny Omega victorious tonight, but at what cost? Left laying alongside his unlikely ally, Will Ospreay, tonight to kick off Dynamite Maximum Carnage.
And now you saw Don get the cheap shots in after both men were down, just like Don Callis. He's worthless, guys. He's absolutely a horrible person, but he's got himself quite a family.